Welcome to EDH-Kitchen. Today we'll be cooking up a deck with Lin Sivvi Defiant Hero as the commander. Lin Sivvi throws rebels to the battlefield by paying X and tapping her. She can also put rebels from the graveyard on the bottom of the library by paying 3 colorless mana. This deck is all about tutoring the best rebels onto the battlefield until you have enough to use cards like Mirror Entity, Banner of Kinship, and Coat of Arms to close out the game. Let's take a look at the deck composition. The main theme of the deck is of course rebels, and the sub-theme is buffs like Patchwork Banner and Icon of Ancestry. The deck contains 26 theme cards, 11 sub-theme cards, 17 pieces of ramp, 13 pieces of removal, 2 board wipes, 38 lands, and that means there are 6 crossover cards in this deck. For those wondering, crossover cards is cards that fill multiple roles. It's not ideal only to have 6 of them, but it is still solid. Let's talk a bit about the power level of this deck. If we use the official brackets, which is currently in beta, this deck is rated a 3, which I strongly disagree with. The higher rating comes from the tutors finding rebels, bumping it up from a 1 to a 3. However, using the original 1 to 10 chart, this deck would be around a 5 to 6, which is a solid power for most casual tables, though it might struggle against the stronger casual decks. Our commander doesn't tutor quite enough to get all the rebels we need. That's why we run extra tutors, like Defiant Falcon, Defiant Vanguard, Ramosian Captain, Ramosian Lieutenant, and Ramosian Sergeant. This card will help us speed up the game plan by a lot. The search for rebel cards with converted mana cost 1 less than the amount you paid to activate their ability. Unlike Lin Sivvi's X ability, these tutors have a fixed cost. Since they require mana to activate, ramp is crucial. And that is what we are gonna talk about now. Ramp. The deck includes 17 ramp pieces, which is split among 10 mana rocks, 1 mana dog, 3 cost reducers, 2 land tutors, and 1 mana doubler. Some of the ramp pieces also provide extra value, like Command Spear and Mindstone, which we can sacrifice for card draw, Patchwork Banner and Gauntlet of Power, which buffs rebels, Herald's Horn, finds rebels and reduces their cost, Sword of the Animist, ramps real quick if left unchecked. It gets you a land every single turn as long as you deal combat damage. Fud Vessel, no maximum hand size, which is always good. We don't use it that much in this deck. And Architra's Monument, which creates warrior tokens. We also have some other ramp stables like Arcane Signet, Soul Ring, Gilded Lotus, Palladium Mirror, Friend Dynamo, and Wayfarer's Bubble. Now let's focus a bit on rebels. Since there aren't that many good white rebels, we'll focus on evasion. Like Defiant Falcon, Nightwing Glider, and Thermal Glider, who all has flying, Amro Seekers, who's unblockable except by white creatures and artifacts, and Joe Iron Bruiser, Errant Doomsayers, and Whip Corner, who all can tap down our opponent's stuff. Now, let's look at some of our other key rebels. We got Rebel Squad, who can untap creatures when we get attacked. This is very helpful as we can just attack with everything except Rebel Squad, and nobody's gonna want to attack us, because they all untap when they attack us. We got Children of Colas, who prevents us from losing life basically by gaining us the life we lost this turn by sacrificing it. And it combos real well with Lin Sivvi, because we can sacrifice it to prevent our life loss or gain the life back, and then we can put it on the bottom of our library with the Lin Sivvi trigger. Then we can use Lin Sivvi to search for it and put it onto the battlefield again. Then we have Shield Dancer and Defiant Vanguard. They are real good at deterring big creatures from attacking you, cause they both have some way to destroy big creatures attacking if they block them. Then we have Irregular Cohort, which creates 2 creatures instead of 1 when you play it, which is really good with Gafar's Crusade, Coat of Arms, Mirror Entity, and everything buffing all your rebels. Then we have Soul Charmer and Pious Warrior, who both gain us life. And we got Lightbringer and Lordbringer, who both exile black or red creatures. We also have Jovial Queen, Knight of the Holy Nimbus, Riftmark Knight, Steadfast Guard. Now let's move on to removal. Some removal pieces in this deck can be tutored up by our commander, like Bound in Silence, which prevents a creature from attacking or blocking, and Clip Swap, which exiles a creature, replacing it with a 1/1 Shapeshifter. Then we also have some other removal, like Generous Gift and Stroke of Midnight, will both destroy a permanent and replaces it with a token. We also have Swords to Plowshares and Path to Exile, which are both very efficient ways to get rid of creatures. We also have Disenchant and Enchantress Present, which both deals with artifacts and enchantments. We also have Darksteel Mutation, which basically neutralizes enemy commanders until they die. We have Eiganjo Seed of the Empire and Rizagress Ambush, who both deals damage to attacking or blocking creatures, while being low cost due to them also being lands. We of course also have ways to buff up our rebels. Since we're tutoring out a bunch of rebels, we need ways to buff them to close the game. Like Adaptive Automation, Icon of Ancestry, and Vanquisher's Banner, which gives all our rebels +1/+1. And Vanquisher's Banner can also draw us cards. Obelisk of Earth can give us +2/+2, and is often cheap or free because of Convoke. Kaffar's Crusade adds a 1/+1 counter to every creature each time a creature enters, which is extremely good. Coat of Arm is extremely insanely strong, but benefits everyone, which is kind of a minus. We also have Metallic Mimic, who gives every rebel we play after it's gotten into play a +1/+1 counter. We also have our finishers, like Mirror Entity, which can make our creatures huge, and also can be tutored with our commander. We got Stoneforge Masterwork, which make one creature huge, and Banner of Kinship, which gives a massive buff to every creature we control. Now let's get on with the lands. The deck primarily runs plains, along with a free tree city, and some utility lands that double as removal. This deck is built to swarm, buff, and dominate using efficient rebel tutors and powerful finishers. With a strong foundation of ramp, evasion, and synergy, Lin Sivvi ensures we always have the tools to win. And that wraps up our Lin Sivvi Defined Hero deck tech. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more EDH content. Let me know in the comments what you think about the deck and what you would add or change. All of my decks are linked on Moxfield in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.